Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you've been with us before, welcome to the channel if this is your first time. This is Lee Allen Presents. I am your primary host, I guess, for this video. I'm Alan. This is the secondary host for this video. This is Leanne. And this is our Afternoon of Champions predictions. No, it's Night of Champions, but as they were quite adamant of saying on Raw last night, coming Saturday afternoon, Night of Champions. It's like...
Yeah, they're not being particularly inclusive.
Just call it Clash of Champions, and then you haven't got to worry about going afternoon and night in the same damn sentence. But
True.
that takes logic.
Yeah.
You know.
And we all know that's not WWE's strong point.
No. So we are here to give our predictions for the current upcoming PLE in Saudi Arabia, coming on Saturday, which is the 27th of May. I didn't look at a calendar. You looked at a calendar. She looked at the calendar, not me.
Sorry.
Tell her off. In the comments, tell her off. I want everyone to tell her off for me in the comments. That's right. That's right. Cry your crocodile tears. Get us likes for your tears.
Sad.
If you've seen one of our videos before, you'll know that basically we're going to just give a quick... Well, you won't need to run down, but what we're going to do is give a quick recap and sort of... I mean, it's not going to be much because it's only been 3 weeks since the last PLE.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of a... Whirlwind's not the right term. It's been a bit... what's what I'm looking for? Slapdash?
Yeah.
It's been very...
Bit rushed.
This is happening. That's happening. Where's the build-up? Oh, what? That was the build-up? Really? Oh.
It's like, quick look, another storyline, watch out.
Yeah, pretty much. So, as always, we're going to do non-title matches first. Then we're going to do title matches. And kind of in the order that I'm kind of... not even that, actually, because I've kind of gone... The one thing that struck me earlier, after last night's Raw, which we haven't long finished watching, as we're recording this, is that there's 3 women's matches on the show.
Yeah.
There's only 7 matches total. That's almost 50% is women's matches in Saudi Arabia. Kudos to WWE. Yes. That is a hell of a thing.
It's
Fair play.
progressing
That's
crazy.
Good. Yeah,
This is
that's
great.
good. So what I've done the 2 non-title matches.
Yep.
Then the 4 title matches. But I've done it so it's gone male, female, male, female, male, female, male.
Nice.
So we're going to do it that way. So the last match is the most anticipated match of the card. The first one is my least looking forward to of the card. So we'll go from there.
Oh,
so
I've already done those bits.
So without further ado.
Adieu.
Adieu.
Adieu. Bye-bye. That's what adieu means.
Oh, okay.
Adieu.
Without further goodbye. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a different word. It doesn't matter. Without further ado.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. Shout out to Leanne for making me look like an idiot on the show. Thanks, Leanne.
You're welcome. Crocodile tears.
We'll go into our first match, which is my least anticipated match of the night, which is the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
So we're not going to give a massive recap as to the entirety of this feud and where it's progressed from, because they had a match last month at Backlash. Well, I guess technically earlier this month at Backlash, so that was in May, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. 3 weeks ago, they had a match at Backlash, or less than 3 weeks at this point. So to have another one so soon, to me, feels a bit, we don't know what else to do, so let's just do it again.
Yeah.
I really don't like this. And it kind of, this one's kind of stemmed from Brock just coming out and just decimating Cody. It was the WWE Heavyweight Championship Tournament triple threat match. Cody was in, he was about to win the match. Brock turns up, pulls him out the ring, smashes him through a table, and just proceeds to beat the living hell out of him. Yeah. And it's just kind of progressed from there. There's been a couple of beatdowns, and last night Brock broke Cody's arm, apparently.
Yeah. Cody's refusing medical attention, and he's gonna go and fight anyway.
Yeah, this is literally, and I think you said it, it's Hell in a Cell from last year.
Yeah. When
he had a legit injury, he tore his pec, you could see all the bruise on his pectoral muscle and part of his shoulder and his arm. That was a legit injury. This is just like, oh look, it's Cody, the man who gets injured all the time, and he's still going to fight.
It's like they saw how much traction and like feedback and attention that got, and they're just trying to do it again.
Because that's a good message to put out for everyone, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, you're injured. Keep doing what you're doing. Push through it. Because you can't injure yourself any worse, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems to be.
Stupid.
And even in my view of WWE's pantomime, it's still stupid.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah,
I
this
really
is
don't...
the moment of the pantomime where you're just like, oh, that wasn't funny.
No.
So yeah, I'm not quite looking forward to this at
No.
all. Is he going to be in a sling, do you think?
He'll probably come out with kinesio tape on.
Mm-hmm. If it's broken, that won't do anything.
No. So the thing is that Brock said he wanted a fight, not a match. But they haven't said anything about it being a fight or a street fight or a no holds barred, nothing like that. So is it a fight? Is it a match? What the hell is it?
Yeah. I mean, surely if medical staff can't examine him, but they're still like, well, it's clearly broken, they would say you're not cleared and then not do it.
Yeah.
They don't need to be like, oh, he wouldn't let us look at him, so he must be fine. Bye. Go wrestle.
But then as Triple H said, the reason he's not letting the staff look at him is because they will go, you're not medically cleared. And he even said, I can tell just by looking at it, it's a broken arm.
Yeah, so just...
How? His arm looks perfectly normal.
How can you tell through all that muscle? Anyway. Yes.
Anything else you want to say about this match?
I just wonder how many times they're going to do it.
I have a theory about this. If there's nothing else you want to say, who you got?
Brock.
Absolutely, 100%. I believe Brock Lesnar's winning this. And I think it'll be a squash match. Brock will come in, like German suplex a couple of times, maybe F5, they'll snap the Kimura lock on him, and it'll be done in probably less than 5 minutes.
Yeah. Easy.
Then that sets up Cody going away for maybe a couple of weeks, and then coming back and going, I want Brock, and I want a rematch at SummerSlam. That'll be the rubber match. And that's where Cody will go on to win the match. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
So I don't think they do it as soon as Money in the Bank.
No.
But yeah, I'm not enjoying this. I think it's going to be awful.
I don't want to see people getting hurt and then deliberately doing things that's going to make it worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like people getting hurt in wrestling happens. I know that. But there's no joy for me in seeing someone who is injured, even if it's a storyline, and then deliberately doing something that will make it like potentially a permanent or career-ending injury.
Yeah. And it sets a bad precedence for everyone else following through.
It's not fun. People have legitimately broken their arms and not been able to wrestle for a long time. So why make a mockery of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know some people like it. Some people think, oh, Cody's a hero. He's wrestling even though he's injured because he loves us so much. But I can't get that perspective personally.
But then that sets a bad precedent. So Liv Morgan's got a legit injury. Dakota Kai's got a legitimate injury. Mercedes Moné potentially broke her ankle at New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence.
So why aren't they wrestling?
Does that make them look weak in the light of Cody? Adam Cole suffered 2 concussions almost back to back. He was out for the better part of a year. Does that make him look weak?
I know.
You know? No, it's crap. Hate it. Hate the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's going to be a squash match, and then they're going to have the rubber match at probably SummerSlam. Great, awesome. Okay, match number 2. The only other match that's not a title match on the card, so they're kind of living up to Night of Champions. So first of our female women's matches that we're going to talk about, and it is the Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, and she's taking on the man, Becky Lynch.
Yes.
So, I don't think we covered this because there wasn't a match of Backlash. So, this came about when Becky Lynch and Lita were the tag champs. Lita was attacked backstage by an unknown assailant. Trish Stratus stepped in. Someone took the Freebird rule. Adam Pearce allowed it to go. It's like, fine, whatever. They lost the titles to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And after the match, Trish Stratus got pinned. After the match, she was like...
said trash.
Trash Stratus, yeah. Thank you, Trash. And she was like, oh, I let you down, blah, blah, blah. And Becky Lynch turns around and she hits her and attacks her. And
Trish attacks Becky.
Yeah. She comes out and she's like, nobody's saying thanks to me for what I've done. I paid the way, blah, blah, blah. Starts this whole Becky Lynch is missing because Becky Lynch didn't show up on Raw for a couple of weeks. She does the same thing. She comes out, was it last week on Raw? She came out and played Becky Lynch music. And she's like, oh, Becky Lynch is here. And it was, hi, got you all. That was me. And then the music plays again. And she's like, yeah, guys, the bit's over. And Becky Lynch is in the room behind her. There's a bit of a brawl. Least of the contract signing last night on Raw. And it's kind of like you said it yourself. I think that Trish Stratus hasn't got it anymore. That promo part from Trish Stratus was just awful.
It was just cringe and long and not really engaging.
And then Becky Lynch comes up and she's just like,
yeah, she doesn't have to say much. She does it well.
But she does what she does say is perfection. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Trish Stratus cannot do this anymore. She shouldn't be in the ring anymore. I don't know why they included her in the draft, because she's clearly not going to be around after this. Like, come on, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it's a bit of a throwaway storyline.
It is a bit of a throwaway.
And it gives Becky the chance to work with some of her heroes, which is great.
Yeah.
But maybe
pick someone better.
Well, a little bit. She could have been great. Maybe they just didn't know she wasn't going to be very good.
I don't know.
I can't remember what she's like wrestling at the moment. I must have zoned out. But we'll see at Night of Champions.
Afternoon of Champions.
Afternoon of Champions. It'll be Evening of Champions for us, I think.
Yeah, late afternoon, early evening of Champions.
Twilight of Champions.
Twilight of Champions. Dusk of Champions.
Yeah, I like that one.
Dusk of Champions. Who have you got winning this?
Becky.
Becky Lynch all the way. She's going to kick her friggin' implants right through her back. I was debating whether to go for implants because that's the easiest thing to target, or the teeth. Like kick her teeth down her throat was where I was going, but no, I kind of feel like...
Why not both?
Because even you commented, you were like, wow, they were out there, they were just there.
I mean, she flaunts it.
Yeah, but they're plastic, so... There's more
shame.
There's more plastic in one of those than there's in a Barbie doll.
No shame. It's just when you can tell.
To be fair, that wasn't probably her choice back in the day. It was probably WWF and Vince like going, hey, gal, you want to be big? Get them big old titties.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Sign of the times.
Anyway, swiftly moving on. First of our title matches.
Yes.
We've got the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, and he is facing Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Talk about throwaway matches.
But Ali's there because of the home crowd. He's done Saudi Arabian matches.
He fought Mansoor.
Yeah, and I guess that was mainly for Mansoor because he's from Saudi Arabia, but the crowd ate that match up, understandably.
They did. I'm surprised they haven't got Mansoor appearing on this, actually.
Yeah. What's he doing now?
Maximum Main Models.
Oh, yeah, he's in Max... Oh, they still seem to have been...
Was it Mansoor?
Mansoor. I don't think the Saudi Arabian crowd would like that, but I don't know. Who knows? Let us know. What was I going to say? It seems like that faction's sort of dissolving at the moment anyway, with Maxine tagging along with the Alpha Academy. Yeah, so Ali's had the positive Ali kind of gimmick up until Raw, where he's on a downer now.
He had a bit of a run-in with Brock.
Yeah. No, it's really negative.
Yeah.
Thinking negative Ali.
So the reason that Ali's in this match is that he won a number one contendership battle royale. I think it was the Raw after Backlash, I think. Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, he's got talent.
He does.
He needs to find a steady gimmick.
They had one for him. That was the problem. They had him in a rather compelling, I felt, gimmick storyline
with the hacker thing.
Retribution.
No,
Retribution.
Yeah.
Coming in, it was like Nexus. You won't know Nexus, but anyone who's old enough to know Nexus, that kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Where there was a rogue faction coming in and trashing the place, beating people up, and that's real. And you had obviously Mia Yim was there, Dominik Dijakovic was there. Yeah. I can't remember the other guy. There was another guy, and obviously Ali. And it was like, okay, this is a guy, and obviously Massey, who was...
Mace, back then.
Mace, that's right. Who was the last one? It was the smaller guy. He was an Australian guy from NXT, and I can't remember his name. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was compelling. They could have really done a lot of good stuff with that, but they just trashed it into the ground. It was like, flying along, steady, this is good, crunch.
Yeah.
What?
And now Ali's just been bouncing from... I don't know, gimmick to gimmick.
Yeah.
Just sort of not really sticking anywhere.
Yeah. And you know what that reminds me of as well? Baron Corbin. They're doing the exact same thing with him.
Oh, he's just lucky, unlucky, lucky, unlucky.
He went from bad luck Corbin to Lucky Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Happy Corbin after that?
I can't remember the order now.
It was Happy Corbin after, I think, and then it was the JBL Wrestling God Corbin.
Yeah.
And now it's
back to sort of
Jobber
unlucky.
Corbin.
Yeah.
Like, Cameron Grimes beats him in 5 seconds. Like, Cameron Grimes is great, don't get me wrong, but Baron Corbin is a beast.
Yeah.
What
are you doing, WWE? Huh? What are you doing? Give your talent a chance.
Anyway, getting back on the match.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about this match? Besides the fact that Gunther is literally carrying Raw right now.
Well, yeah, he is kind of.
He's the one person on Raw with the major title that's just being upheld quite a lot. You know, I mean, we haven't got a heavyweight champion yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can see where this match is going to go. Who knows where the storyline's going to go?
I think Ali will have a decent outing.
Yeah, I really hope he gets a chance to show people what he's got and remind people that he is a talented wrestler.
The problem, okay, so Ali to me is what you get if you order Ricochet from Wish.
Oh, that's harsh.
But it's also factual.
It's a similar style with just a smidgen less talent.
Yeah, But you see where I'm going with that?
Yeah, I do.
And am I wrong?
I mean, maybe from Amazon or something. I don't know. Wish is a bit of a stretch. We'll go a bit higher.
What was the new one that's coming up that our friend Heist likes to use? There's that one as well. That's kind of like Wish, but it seems to be better quality. So whatever that one is. But yeah, they need to find a decent gimmick for him. They need to put him in a proper spotlight. Much like Ricochet.
Yes.
This whole thing putting him with Braun Strowman, I get where it's come from, but it's not doing Ricochet any favours.
Oh.
You know? Who you got?
Gunther.
Gunther?
Obviously.
All day, every day. Just like Austin Theory. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all there is to say. Let's move on.
So I haven't actually got any notes about the next one because this match has come from complete left field because it was absolute, like, what the hell are they doing? The SmackDown Women's Championship will be defended as Rhea defends her championship against Natalya.
Why?
Because Natalya has to get in every spotlight and every title match as she can.
She was in the first women's match in Saudi Arabia, if I remember rightly.
If I remember rightly, yeah, I think you're right.
This is when they had the t-shirts on.
Who was that against? Is that Becky?
I think I have a vague memory of Becky being there as well. Was it 3? No, it was just 2.
No, it was 2.
I think it's because the referee might have been wearing a t-shirt as well.
Maybe.
I can't remember. But yeah, so it's a bit like, I wouldn't say full circle because there's a long way to go still, but I can see why she wants to be involved. But at the same time, she doesn't need to always be involved. She's taking a spot.
Yeah, like Natalya is a veteran. She's been in the business for well over a decade, and I respect what she's done in the ring.
Yeah.
Including peeing herself in the ring.
At least she found that. At least she found some humour in that afterwards.
That was quite funny. But it kind of seems like she is the kind of person backstage that would go to creative and be like, "Oh, my toys are getting thrown out of the pram because I'm not featured on the show. I'm not in a title match. Give me something." And we just complain and moan until she gets what she wants.
Hey, wait, is she what Chelsea Green based her character on?
It quite very might. It quite very.
It quite very might be.
It might very well be. I don't know what that was.
Words.
But it's like, where's this? So it was like Rhea Ripley. I think she's either doing a promo or she beat someone. I can't remember specifics. That's how lack of interest I've got in this. And Natalya just music hits and she walks out and it's like, oh God, here we go again. Natalya, great, awesome, nice, okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
she came out. They got a match. Nothing since.
It wasn't. She didn't even go out on a title match. I don't think. She just stared down Rhea Ripley. Dominic said something, and Rhea got out the ring, and then Ripley's like, "I'll see you at Night of Champions last night on Raw," and that's it. That's the build-up.
It's like they're expecting a big pop for Natalya.
Do they not realise how over Rhea Ripley is right now?
I know.
Like,
everyone loves Rhea Ripley.
Damn. Like she's supposed to be a heel. She is like what LA Knight's become on SmackDown, right? LA Knight's clearly a heel. Mm-hmm. He comes out, he gets a massive pop.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of the heels like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mm-hmm. When he was a heel, he'd come out and the fans would be like, yeah! Yeah. Because they appreciated his work ethic. They could see an evolution of the character and they just kind of evolved from that. And then Austin became the biggest thing in wrestling. It's not Hulk Hogan. Don't at me. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. His merch is still the #1 seller to this day. Hulk Hogan's a racist. Austin is not.
Rhea Ripley is great.
But then she's kind of
Yeah.
like, she could be that for the women's division in wrestling.
Definitely. I don't think there's...
Is what I was
I
going
don't know of someone that's gotten this much traction in the women's division in this way.
I would say Becky Lynch is the closest,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been to the... Like, hers was a steady... Rhea's kind of gone, boom.
Yeah, just straight up there. And she's so talented. Just imagine for a second. It's not going to happen, but just imagine Natalya winning this match.
Oh, God. No.
How much of a downer would that be? There's no storyline.
I can imagine Natalya's pushing for it as well.
Probably. It's my turn. Gimme.
But then Rhea's only had it for like 6-7 weeks since WrestleMania, give or take.
Yeah.
So is that your prediction, Natalya?
No. Rhea Ripley to win, thanks.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley's winning.
Natalya will have cat ears on.
I don't think it will be a squash match, but I don't think it'd be far from it.
No.
I have no interest in this match.
I want to see Rhea.
They went from Zelina Vega to Natalya.
I know. The Zelina Vega match was so good. Oh, wow. What can you do?
Move on to the next match is what we can do.
Yeah.
So the next match, excuse me, is for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships.
Ooh.
We got a ghost in here.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a ghost. I'm dead.
In which
Sorry.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will defend against the Bloodline. But it's not the Usos. It's Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. So, again, kind of going back through, was it a Backlash they did the tag match? No, it wasn't. It was on SmackDown, and then, yeah, that's right. So, Usos failed to get the tag titles back. Roman Reigns is clearly upset about this. And then they keep losing matches.
Yeah.
And they had Roman... Oh, no, it was before that. I can't remember. But Roman was in the ring, and they were like, yeah, so we're going to bring the titles back to the Bloodline. The Usos are like, yeah, we're going to get done. Yeah, we're the ones. Yeet. And he's like, because they're defending against Solo, Sikoa, and Roman Reigns. It was Paul Heyman that did it, sorry.
Yeah.
And the Usos, as soon as he said Solo, I think it was Jay, he almost gave himself a whiplash.
Yeah.
Like the way he was like, oh my God, I just saw his head turn around like in The Exorcist almost. But this is emphatically the start of the downfall of the Bloodline, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be. Like, they're not happy. And then they came out on SmackDown and Roman's there in the ring with Sami and Kevin, and they're chatting, they're talking trash to each other. And he's trying to get to point across to Sami Zayn. In come the Usos and attacks them. And then Roman's like, what the hell are you doing? This wasn't the plan. I didn't tell you to come out and do this. And then he goes to leave. He turns around. He bumps into Solo. And Roman kind of like, he's like...
Yeah, there's fear in those eyes.
And Solo's just like... And yeah, we found what Roman's afraid of.
Yes.
Solo Sikoa.
And they're going to be in a match together.
So, yeah, this is interesting. Again, because there's only been 3 weeks, there's not really much to build up, because Roman Reigns never shows up for work.
Yeah, it is that. It really is. But we've got that tension there. It's the question whether the Usos will be there, whether they'll show up and interfere. Maybe that will be the reason why Roman and Solo fail.
Okay.
Or it could be that the potential rift between Roman and Solo is the reason why they don't get it. Sami and Owens have just been great.
Yeah.
There is tension still there.
Yeah.
But there always will be with those two. I don't think they could have a team without tension.
I have been enjoying the, what's the word I'm looking for? Sporadic nature of Kevin Owens' little nuclear explosions almost.
Yeah.
The way he's just like, oh, I want to fight someone!
Yeah, he's
I
great.
quite
He's
enjoying
so
that.
much
That's pretty good. Because I think it was Paul Heyman was talking, and he says to Sami, "Can I punch you in the face now?" Or was it Imperium? I can't remember who it was now. But he was like, "Oh wow!" I think it was one of the Imperium. But I've been really enjoying that sort of dynamic. And Sami Zayn's kind of like let's keep it down, and Kevin's just like this rage monster. I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, he's like, "I'm done with this. I want to fight someone." I mean, it's Owens' fight, right? So
yeah, part of him.
Yeah.
No, this could be a really good match, really.
Yeah, I think it could be. I mean, say what you want about Roman. He can put on decent matches.
He can.
Solo can obviously put on great
yes.
matches. And Sami and Kevin Owens can.
When was the last time Roman did a tag match? It's got to be a while, right?
Would War Games count? Because it was tornado tag, so we didn't have to tag.
I don't know. I don't think it won't have been for a while traditional tag. It'll be interesting to see what sort of team player he can be now. There'll probably be a lot of unasked for blind tags potentially.
It was. It was the last SmackDown of 2022. I think. And wasn't it Roman Reigns tagging with someone to fight John Cena and someone else? Oh, God, what was it?
Ooh, it's going to torture you now, isn't it? You're welcome.
But there was a tag, because John Cena hadn't wrestled all through 2022. And then they were like, right, we're going to chuck him in a match, just so we can say he's wrestled for X amount of years without fail, kind of thing, you know? And I'm pretty sure that was it. It was a tag match. Probably damned if I can remember who it was.
Wow. So it's been months anyway.
Yeah, it was December. So it's nearly half a year.
There we go. Yeah. Should be fun.
Who you got?
Sami and Zayn.
Yeah.
Sami, Zayn and Kevin Owens. Sami and Zayn.
So he's tagging with himself.
Yes, now.
Okay. We couldn't beat Roman solo. Speaking of Sami Zayn, can you tell me why it's weird that Sami Zayn's appearing in Night of Champions?
Because he hasn't previously been allowed to enter Saudi Arabia because of his heritage, culture, place of origin.
Yeah, which is where?
I can't remember. Syria.
There we go.
Syria.
So apparently the negotiations for peace have started back up between Saudi Arabia and Syria, which is great. A lot more peace in the world would be a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Looking at you, Putin.
We're not political.
No, but we just know
we don't like war.
We know dicks when we see them. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how the crowd reacts.
Yeah.
Like, is the hostilities towards Syria from Saudi Arabia just the government or the military or whatever's sort of pulling the strings, or is it the general population?
Yeah.
You know, he might get booed out the building for all we know. And in that case, does that unsettle him? Does that kind of put him off his game a little bit?
Oh, he's got to be preparing himself, but...
He must be nervous, though.
Must be.
I would be. Okay. Next match is the final female match, or the women's match, rather, on the card. And that is for the Raw Women's Championship from SmackDown competitors. I really don't know what they're doing with these titles. That's Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Asuka. Hey, Leanne, do you want to tell us about the experimental mist? Because I know you love that.
It very much made me laugh. And part of me is wondering if it was planned from the start, but part of me is a realist and knows that it wasn't. So we have... They're facing each other off. I think at this point they were already...
championship celebration for Bianca.
Championship celebration for Bianca. She's in the ring. Everyone's happy. Asuka comes out to the ring, all gleeful and bouncing about, and puts her hand out for a handshake, and then spits the mist in Bianca Belair's face. Bianca reacts a lot.
Like, holy cow.
Screaming and screeching and clawing at her eyes. So we're just watching this like, what is this? The Oscar
for overactor goes to...
No one's ever reacted to the mist like this. It's like it blinds you, or there's some mists that have different effects and things, but Asuka's one has always been, it blinds you for a bit, essentially. It's not like acid.
Yeah, you saw a xenomorph just spat in her face.
There's Asuka running back off the ramp, laughing away, clearly doing a good job of hiding her what on earth is going on kind of face. You got like the refs handing Bianca towels and she's throwing them back at them because she doesn't want to use towels, she just wants to use her hands. I don't know. Anyway, this goes on for ages, like screaming.
I'm surprised she didn't start pulling her hair in and start wiping her, because she loves that thing so much.
So that was a bit weird. And then it was on the next show that they were both on.
Last week, yeah.
Where they get back to, I can't remember the context.
I think it was the commentators just mentioned it. just ad hocly went, it was a new experimental mist that Asuka's playing with, apparently. It's like, what?
That's why, it was like, that's why she was screaming, because this is, I swear they called it Asian mist.
They did. That did happen, yes.
It's always been colour. Every mist, as far as I'm aware,
green mist, black mist,
it's been a colour of mist.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, because clearly it was the same colour as it had been before.
Yeah.
So they couldn't call it the same mist because it's the same mist, but then they had to give it another name because it's experimental mist, and this is why it affects Bianca so much. Because they had to explain the overacting because it was so ridiculous.
And then you surmised that she might, like, Asuka kind of sprayed the mist again, but kind of only slightly got her.
But there's like still blue stains on Bianca's face, and then she was like just staring her down, and then like just wincing, but clearly like she's.
Sorry, can you do that one more time for me? You sound like a snake, like a crippled snake limping along.
She's like becoming immune to this mist. But then I thought it would be the way that they could take it is if her becoming immune to this mist is because it's taking over her or becoming part of her, a bit like in AEW.
Julia Hart.
But it would be, I feel like that's the way that they need to take it, because otherwise I'm just going to always be remembering the overreacting. But maybe this is a chance for Bianca to change her character. But
in all likelihood,
it won't be.
What's most likely going to happen is
she won't react to the mist, and then she'll be Asuka.
Yeah, Asuka will just spray the mist on her, and Bianca will be like,
it does nothing.
Come with me if you want to live. I am the Terminator.
3 mists and I'm immune. That's how it works, right?
I am the Bianca 800 unit.
It does nothing. Maybe Bianca has her own mist now. Pink mist. Have they done pink mist yet?
Not that I've seen.
Pink mist.
You're really making me want to swear right now.
But yeah, it's silly, and it's a pantomime. It's a bad pantomime.
Hashtag Asuka deserves better.
She really does. And she is doing such a good job through this.
Hashtag Raw Women's title deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got winner?
It's going to be Bianca.
It's going to be Bianca, yeah. I agree.
They could do some really cool stuff with this to overshadow what the overacting. But it's just gonna forever be a joke.
Yeah.
Sad times.
How long till Bianca reaches do you think Bianca's gonna reach 1,000-day reign like Roman Reigns? Is she the next Roman Reigns?
Don't do them at the same time.
She's going to start her own faction, right? She's going to couple of other women in with her, and she's not going to go the bloodline. She's going to call it the hairline.
The hairline. Yes. Do it.
And Hulk Hogan's going to be the manager because of his infamous hairline.
I think that's a bad idea.
It's better than what we've currently got, Leanne.
Definitely. Oh, goodness me.
It's crap.
What's next? Let's move on.
The last match for the card is the most anticipated in my mind, and it is to crown the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
And that is going to be between Seth Freakin Rollins and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
So, the night after Backlash on Raw, or the day after Backlash, rather, on the Sunday before Raw, they announced the brackets, and there was 12 stars. And they were going to have 2 triple threat matches on Raw, 2 triple threat matches on SmackDown. The winners of all those matches go to the semi-finals, and then the winners of those go on to the finals, which is happening at Night of Champions. Instead of sort of going, okay, we're going to have one match, the 2 triple threat matches on Raw this week, and then next week we'll have the semis, they just went, let's do it all in one night!
Gauntlet, I guess, in a way, a little bit.
If you're going to do that, do the entire tournament Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Like, I've not seen one, how can I put this, kind comment about the way they've handled this at all. Everyone thinks the way they handle this is crap.
It is. I mean, even for the fact that they said that this title was going to be exclusive to Raw, and then had SmackDown people competing, when are they going to give it to someone from SmackDown and then have them move to Raw?
Well, they'd have to. Yeah.
I mean...
But in this case, it's AJ Styles from SmackDown. So if he moves to Raw, does the OC go with him?
It just... I don't know. It's really messy, isn't it?
It is very messy. Now, I think the reasoning is that Seth Rollins is in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally, I feel that's a bad move. Because
he doesn't need a championship.
He doesn't need it. Okay. But have you not noticed one little detail? For the last 2 weeks of Raw, Seth Rollins hasn't been there.
Oh.
They had to do that match and the semi-finals on that first Raw after Backlash because Seth Rollins is currently filming a movie, Captain America.
If you ever wanted to know that kayfabe was dead, we all know that it's not a thing anymore. But you still want a bit of
Here's an interesting
illusion.
idea, and that's what they should have done because the semi-final match on Raw. Or the finals of the Raw bracket, rather, because I don't know what the hell to call it, because it's just a weird way they've done it, was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Which is a direct rematch from SummerSlam, I think it was 2016. I think I covered this during our Backlash video when we talked slightly about the title. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. As great as this match is going to be with Seth Rollins, Finn Balor versus AJ Styles piques me much more.
Yeah. No, that could have been really interesting.
You know?
But no.
But no, they didn't.
But no.
Because I'm just trying to think, was it? Yeah, so Finn Balor started the Bullet Club. AJ Styles was the next leader of the Bullet Club. So they could even wind it back to that.
Yeah.
Missed opportunities. Honestly. Just, WWE, just hire me. Honestly. Seriously. Ridiculous. I have no doubt this is going to be a great match.
It is, for
but
sure.
But there's pretty much been no build-up because Seth hasn't been there.
The way
and AJ Styles is on a completely different show.
They've been doing the vignette things with Seth, the sort of almost like mini documentary segments through the last episodes. I kind of wondered why they did that, and it's obviously because he's not there to do the build-up.
Because he's on set for Captain America.
Well, good for him for doing that.
Yeah.
But could have done something different, story-wise.
I would have rather seen someone there every week and then have both guys on both shows to sort of...
Yeah, build it up.
Build it up.
Make this championship mean something.
And they could have gone down the route of having all new people who haven't had championships before. Like, Kudos having like Edge in there, and they had Rey Mysterio in there. AJ Styles in that triple threat match. Who else was in there? Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And there was someone else. I can't remember who the last one on the SmackDown side was.
Can't remember.
But then you had, was it Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest. Crap, I can't remember the other ones. Yeah, there was 3 more. I can't. It is a couple of weeks ago, but it's like you could have gone. Let's give someone an absolute blinder of an opportunity. Damian Priest has gotten so much better. In the last couple of months. Like,
and
oh
he was
my
already
God.
Good.
He was so good. Yeah, as you say, so right, but he's on the peak right now. He's like probably in one of the best places of his entire career. Why not give him the opportunity to at least put him in the finals?
Yeah.
But no, they go with the obvious Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
They go with the obvious AJ Styles. It's like, and I love AJ Styles. You know, I got an AJ Styles shirt on. AJ Styles is great. Followed him all through his TNA career, his Impact Wrestling career, whatever you're going to call it, and then he came to WWE, and he's fantastic.
They need to be building people up.
They need to be building that next gen.
Yeah.
You know? But they're just going, oh, let's just stick on our laurels. Let's just keep Roman Reigns as the champion. Let's keep putting Seth Rollins into title matches.
Yeah.
Let's keep with the multiple time world champions in the title matches all the time. Oh, let's see if we can get Seth Rollins to like 10 championship reigns. Let's see if we can get him to 16. Tie John Cena and Ric Flair. And it's like, come on, this is getting tired. This is getting old. Yeah. Come on.
Stop chasing records. Just do some stuff.
Which is, and this is going to sound, we're doing our AEW Double or Nothing prediction later this week, but that 4 pillars match.
Yeah.
With MJF, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara, that's going to be a belter of a match.
And that's the next generation.
That's the next generation.
Line of future Hall of Famers, potentially.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like everyone's like, oh, the Bucks and Kenny Omega are always in the title matches. They're not. They're doing Anarchy in the Arena with the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
How are they putting themselves in the main events? They're not. And that's what they're doing. They're giving these younger stars the title shots.
Yeah, and they're just doing something that they want to do that's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they deserve it. They've earned that, right?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later
But it's kind of contrasting between the two companies.
Yeah, it is.
WWE
It really
constantly
is.
resting on Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. To AEW, we're going, let's spotlight these guys.
Yeah. There's always new people coming up in
And
AEW, and I'm like, I don't recognize them at all, but they're pretty good. And then in a few weeks' time, they're like staple part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. So I sort of go into watching both shows thinking, why is it that I like one more than the other? I enjoy watching one more than the other. And then when you think about it, it's
pretty
kind of
obvious.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like that. It
No.
should be. They should be building each other up.
Yeah.
But WWE's kind of
They're
getting
just
back
kinda-
into that relaxed.
Yeah.
place
It's
where they
almost like they're
feel like
stuck
they're
in the
untouchable.
rut. They're in that rut. They don't know anything
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
You can do better. We believe in you. We want to believe in you.
And then they've got this
Yes.
failed travesty of a women's tag team division.
Yeah. They tried.
That belt is cursed.
Yeah,
Those tag titles are cursed. Anyway, moving back to what we were saying with the heavyweight championship. So, rumor has it that this is going to be a legacy title. So it's not going to be this is an inaugural crowning. This is carrying on the original legacy of the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Oh.
The last person to hold that before they merged for the WWE title was Randy Orton.
Okay, cool.
I think it was like 2012 or 2013, something like that. When they had the two belts and then they consolidated them into the one.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I kind of like that
like
idea.
that. They're not pretending it's a brand new thing.
No. It's almost like a resurrection of the belt.
Awesome. I like that.
But then at what point does Roman Reigns merge the two belts into one? Because that black one has World Heavyweight Champion on it.
It's got to happen. Has to.
Anyway, who have you got winning?
Seth Rollins.
Unfortunately, I have to agree. Because WWE don't know how to think outside the box, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason is because it's meant to be a Raw Championship. And like you said, are they really going to move a whole faction over soon after the draft?
Biggest deal of the draft.
Yeah, and
And
the
then they're
biggest
like-
deal about it being just on Raw only, so Roman couldn't get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Even
make
though they
sense.
did still tease it. Give it till next year at WrestleMania. They'll probably do in bloody consolidation of the titles again.
Probably. There's one Roman with 3 belts and the tag
And
team.
the tag titles.
Yeah.
He's going to be, what, you have 4 belts and there's 5
And he'll
belts
get
at
the
that point.
Intercontinental as well.
Now, see,
somehow.
that would be interesting. Roman Reigns and Gunther.
Yeah, I'd watch that. Interesting.
It's a rumour.
Winner takes all. Let's do it.
Don't. Rumour has it that Gunther is the current front runner to win the next year Rumble.
Nice. Okay. Does it? Interesting.
So he could be in the
we'll
main
sit on
event
that.
for WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
Because he's making big waves.
He is.
And
It's
just rightly
really
so
good.
as well. Okay, so out of those 7 matches, what is your most looking forward to match?
I think it'll be AJ and Seth.
Yeah, AJ and Seth Rollins, that's going to be an absolute barn burner.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely no doubt about it. Both guys can go great, fantastic talents. I just don't want to see them resting on them all the time.
No.
You know? Build
Give
up
him a
the others.
non-title match.
Yeah, build up
That's
the others.
fine.
Yeah,
They could
exactly.
put him in a stadium stampede. That'll be fun. Just the 2 of them. It'd be hilarious.
Wrong company.
I know. They could do one. They call it something else.
Least looking forward to match.
It's obviously Brock and Cody because of the whole injury gimmick, which I just cannot buy into.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And you know what the worst thing about that is?
Mm.
Natalya is more looking forward to than Brock and
But
Cody.
that's because Rhea's in that match.
This is true. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was our Night of Champions predictions. Yeah. Take us home, yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our predictions for WWE's upcoming premium live event, Night of Champions. We will be
Afternoon of Champions.
Afternoon Champions.
Dusk of
Dusk
Champions.
of Champions. We will be back once we've watched it.
Whence?
Whence?
Oof.
From whence we
Oof.
came.
Oof.
We'll be back when we've watched
I
it.
bid you
and
adieu.
We will. We will do our
We will
reactions.
adieu. Our reaction.
Do you want to do
Sorry.
We'll be back with our reactions following the event. We'll also be back later this week with our predictions for.
I literally said it. Not
I know.
Duh.
Double or Nothing.
That will be after we've watched this week's Dynamite.
Yes, so we'll be back with
So
that.
probably, I think Thursday is what I've predicted that for.
So you got lots of wrestling content for you.
Oh, no, Friday, sorry. So yeah, we'll probably catch up on Thursday night and then record Friday and have it up Friday. Cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to interject that, but yeah, I don't want to miscorrect.
It's fine. Yes. Let us know in the comments if you have any other predictions. If you disagree with our predictions for these matches, let us know who you think's going to win these matches. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell when we drop. Hit the bell to be notified when we drop new videos, including the other wrestling content we've got going up this week. Follow us on socials. Our link tree is in the description below. It'll take you to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where we'll do our weekly updates to show you what's coming in the week, as well as post little clips when we do drop videos. You'll always be the first to know what's going on. You can unzip now if you like. Oh, you threw away the key. Okay. But on that note, thanks for watching. We'll see you later this week. Bye-bye!